going on, vinyl community and Kiss Army? Welcome to another video with the Record Spinner. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Kiss 1983 to 84 American Tour 4LP colored vinyl box set. Now, this is the follow-up to the Happy New Year box set, which came out around the tail end of 2023, which included 2 soundboard shows from the Creatures of the Night tour. And this time around, we have 2 recently uncovered soundboard shows from the Lick It Up tour, Denver as well as Las Vegas. And of course, pressed on colored vinyl, comes with a nice book and all kinds of other extras. Very much the same sort of mold that we have seen in the past with these sort of picture disc box sets, which while they do look very appealing, of course the sound quality is the cross to bear, but I do like that they have been doing them on colored vinyl as of recently, and the bootleg gods are just killing it with releases like this. And speaking of bootlegs, yes, I got my copy from Brian's Kiss Vinyl on Facebook, and if you are not a member of that page, you really owe it to yourself to join, because he is by far the best supplier within North America that provides these releases for very affordable prices. And if you join, be sure to tell him that the Record Spinner sent you. This box set is literally still in the shipping box that it came in, and we are going to unbox it on camera. So enough of the chit chat. Let's jump into what this video is all about. And just like so, I will be switching angles. Okay, so it says Fragile. It must be Italian. For any of you Christmas Story fans out there that get the reference. Got my trusty steak knife. I'm telling you, one of these days I'll upgrade to a Swiss Army knife or something, or like a letter opener, and get these boxes open. So let's get it out. Nice whiplash box as always. Nice sturdy stuff. And here is the set. Now I'm going to take it out of the plastic just so there's no glare. And of course, there's a little yellow seal there. I wonder what that means. I'm going to do my best to keep that seal intact. All right, let's take this plastic off to the side. And here it is. Here's the front of the box. Of course, centered around the Lick It Up tour. So, of course, the lineup featured in this set is, of course, Vinnie Vincent on lead guitar, Gene Simmons on bass, Paul on guitar and vocals, and of course the late great Eric Carr on drums. I do like the way that this logo kind of looks with the sort of like highlighted yellow type finish, and the font is kind of giving me some slight Asylum kind of vibes, but nonetheless it looks really, really cool. Designed literally just the exact same way as the Happy New Year set. I mean, it's pretty much, you know, I guess unintentionally part of a series, but you know, it very much fits the mold. And then here we have all of the dates of the 83 to 84 American Tour, starting in Atlanta, wrapping up in Evansville. Very cool stuff. And let's take the lid off. And we are treated to some tchotchkes, of course, in bubble wrap. So we'll open this up just like so. And everything goes fine. So I completely missed where the opening of that envelope was. So let's take a look at these individual buttons. So there's one for Eric Carr. There's one for Vinnie Vincent. There's one for Gene Simmons. And here is one for Paul. And you can sport these on your denim jacket of sorts. And inside here, what do we have? We have an envelope, which dates 1983 to 84 World Tour, with the Kiss Army logo there. And it looks like we have some nice black and white photos. So these are some cool press shots of the band, as well as individual band members. There's Eric. There's Gene. That's a cool shot there. Paul, perhaps foreshadowing the next era to come with the zebra print jumpsuit, foreshadowing Animal Eyes. Then there's Vinnie. So overall, these are very nice, sturdy black and white photos printed on nice sort of cardstock. And we'll put these back in the envelope just like so. Then here is a press photo for Mercury polygram. Kind of a goofy off-the-cuff shot. And then here we have these look to be sticker passes for either if you're with press or photo, if you're part of the crew, VIP, or a guest. Of course, these passes can only get you so far in some places backstage, so it's important to have the right kind of pass on hand. Like I've said before a million times, time travel is going to be a thing where we can use these things in box sets. I know it's a running gag with the kind of tchotchkes that are included with these sets, but hey, it's good fun. And we have a fold-out poster here of the guys. I believe this photo was used on the cover of the Lock Up Your Daughters live show. I think it was from, what, Albuquerque, I think? It's a soundboard show that's out there as well. That photo was used for the cover of that, so that's a cool poster. And my guess is the next one's going to be a live shot, maybe? Let's see. No, this is a specially designed live in concert poster. So this kind of utilizes an outtake from the Lick It Up photo session, backed with a cool backdrop and the KISS logo. That looks really, really awesome, actually. Suitable for framing, of course. And now let's get into the vinyl. So this is where that bubble wrap comes in handy for kind of propping this stuff out. So let's take out each of the LPs, and we'll just start off with kind of what's on top first. So first up, we have Denver, Part 1, 1984, and this is the Gene LP, as he is featured on the cover there. And here's the track list, and of course it utilizes the sort of recycled graphic from the Creatures of the Night tour with the sort of, with the tank design. And as you can see, some of the choice cuts off of the Lick It Up album that they were playing at this point were Fits Like a Glove, Give Me More, and of course still doing things like Creatures of the Night and War Machine, along with classics like Detroit Rock City, Cold Gin, and Firehouse, and each member got their own respective solo. Nice little polyline sleeves, which is a very nice touch. I love that they're doing this. And of course, the yellow seal that you saw on the plastic resealable bag indicates that it is pressed on yellow vinyl. Now, there are multiple colors out there of the set. I believe there's a red version. I believe there's also a standard black. I just opted for yellow because I don't think I have any yellow vinyl pressings of Lick It Up or Lick It Up related releases in my collection. And plus, I suppose it kind of matches the yellow highlighter that's seen of the KISS logo on the front there. So it all kind of matches somewhat. So we'll put this back. And next up, we have Denver 84 Part 2. And there's Vinnie Vincent on the cover of that. And this brings together the remainder of that show. So on this, you have I Love It Loud, I Still Love You, Eric Solo, Young and Wasted, Love Gun, All Hell's Breaking Loose, Black Diamond, Lick It Up, and Rock and Roll All Night. And it looks like we might be having the same Gene photo of his tongue take up all of the custom center labels of the LPs in various color shades, which is pretty cool. Back in the sleeve it goes. And then moving onward, stick that off to one side. Let's get to Las Vegas. 1984 Part 1. There's Eric Carr on the front there. And more or less essentially the same set list. I don't think there's any major differences. I mean, I guess we'll find out once we look at the second LP of the Vegas show, but it's pretty much the same across the board. But hey, there's soundboard recordings as well. I mean, I guess in the general bootleg sense, if you're so used to audience recordings, having two shows that sound just as great or as excellent as they can be to bootleg standards, I think you can bypass the same set list between both. So overall, very sharp looking stuff. And then last but not least, of course, we have Mr. Paul Stanley taking up the cover of Part 2 of Vegas 84. And yep, same set list between the both. But hey, I'm sure it's going to sound absolutely awesome. Like I said, these two shows leaked out kind of recently. And I know that a lot of people on various Facebook groups have been asking for digital versions of these shows, and I just haven't got quite to listening to them. And also, these shows are not really that easy to find on YouTube to just listen to. So this will definitely be a sort of fresh listen indeed, for me at least. But, you know, it's part of the fun of it. I'm sure as well there's probably been audience recordings of these shows that have existed, but now it's kind of all been sort of superseded, which is totally fine. It's great to hear these shows in as great a quality as they possibly could exist in. And then last but not least, of course, we have always one of the great points of these sets, and that is the booklet. So let's center that out. And this is the 83 to 84 American Tour photo book. So here we have a quote from Gene from 84 saying how great it is working without the makeup. And we have a sort of proof sort of shot of the band there. And we have various live shows from the U.S. tour kickoff at the Omni in Atlanta. And it kind of breaks down each show between ticket stubs, adverts, photos taken at the time, reviews, all kinds of really cool stuff. And there's cool buttons and merchandise showcased as well. And then here we have a guide to the Lick It Up cassette discography, showcasing different cassettes from different parts of the world. I have the first U.S. edition right there in my collection. And then we get to talking about the Nashville show, which is very well known. That got its own box set release, actually. The Damned, Cursed, Guilty, and Abused box set, the Nashville Chronicles, which is fantastic. I'd say that's probably the best known bootleg from this tour. And it's been bootlegged quite heavily since I believe it was broadcasted on radio. So it's one that does widely circulate. And here we have some black and white slides from Houston Coliseum. Now that is a bitchin' raglan right there. I would kill for that. And of course, here's that Albuquerque show that I was telling you about, Lock Up Your Daughters, on Casino Records, which is a fantastic show. Got some great black and white shots from Denver. We have Long Beach Arena. And as you kind of go through the shows, whatever does exist on vinyl or CD is showcased with various bootlegs referenced. So obviously here we have, this is the Reno show shortly after the Vegas show that's featured in this set. And that's available as Legends Never Die, which I have in my collection, which is really good. We got some Polaroids of the band members as well as some live shots. More ticket stubs and reviews. We get to Omaha. Cool shot of Eric standing on top of his drum kit. That's probably during the end of his drum solo there. Some cool photos taken from an in-store at Flipside Records in Michigan. Then we get to Chicago. Some fantastic live shots here. Then we get to the Cobo Arena in 84. That right there is a sketch of the tank stage. This kind of dates back, I believe, to around the Elder period, because they were supposed to use that stage if they were to tour for the Elder. But then obviously that became the Creature stage, and they just ended up recycling it for this tour. There's a cool little satin Kiss jacket there from the time. There's that VIP pass that's replicated. T-shirt version of that shirt from earlier. Some more great colored live shots. Then here's another in-store appearance at the Record Den in Cleveland. Big shot of Vinny there. Then we get to Cleveland. Some shots of Gene when he was doing his bass solo. It's almost interesting, like seeing shots of Gene like from this first tour when he did his solo spot, because it almost looks like he's still going for the atmosphere of the Demon, but I can only imagine how out of place he felt just being out of makeup and basically in street clothes. Of course, then that also fuels the whole conspiracy theory that he spat blood at the first show without makeup in Portugal on October 11th, 1983. It's a cool shot of Gene there with the firework shower going on in the back. Record store signing at Sam Goody's in New York. And then we get to Philly. There's a couple of Philly shows, a couple of CDs of that show that have existed. Then we get to Radio City Music Hall. I can imagine seeing that particular show would have been a pretty cool scale, just because of the construction of Radio City. Oh, interesting. Peter Criss backstage at the show, as you can see there. Then we get to Quebec. There's a couple of Montreal CDs there. Maple Leaf Gardens. There's a Toronto soundboard. I wonder where that is on vinyl. I'd take that up. And there you go. The back of the book consists of an advert certifying Lick It Up is Gold, featuring the next single, All Hell's Breaking Loose. And of course, the last thing you see at the bottom, once you take out the bubble wrap, is of course the Kiss Army logo. And there you go. That is the box set. So there you guys go. That is my unboxing of the Kiss 1983 to 84 American Tour 4LP colored vinyl box set. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, give it a like, and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video, and most importantly, keep the records spinning.